Congressmen Tom Marino from Pennsylvania and Gus Bilirakis from Florida hosted a hearing entitled Ensuring Effective Preparedness and Response, Lessons Learned from Hurricane Irene and Tropical Storm Lee. There were 6 witnesses testifying to the congressman. MaryAnn Tierney, Regional Administrator of Region 3 for FEMA, Colonel David Anderson, District Commander of the Baltimore District for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Glenn Cannon, Director of PEMA, Marita Wenner, Volunteer Chair of the Pennsylvania State Disaster Committee for the American Red Cross, James Brozena, Executive Director for the Luzerne County Flood Protection Authority, and James Good, owner of Arey Building Supply. Each witness gave an opening statement, and then the congressman asked questions of them. One of Tom Marino's last questions was, "What would you do differently in retrospect?" Each witness gave a different answer from the perspective of their groups.
One of the things that we would do differently in FEMA Region 3 is, and this would be regardless of whether the incident was a flood or a tornado or other type of emergency or disaster, is with our incident management assistance team, we will assign a full-time employee to handle mission assignments with the IMAC co-located in the states or Commonwealth's EOC. We think this will significantly compress the time by which we can mission assign agencies and enhance coordination between the IMAC operation occurring in the EOC and our Regional Response Coordination Center operation.
I'd love to finish out mitigation at Wilkes-Barre Valley. I'd love to get flood protection at places where it's already been authorized, like Wilkes-Barre. I'd love to get, max protection done. But we live in a resource-constrained environment. So there are other things that the Corps can do now to help prepare, and those are those floodplain management services, planning assistance to the states. I'd like to get with some of the communities that have these concerns and just make sure they know what's at their disposal at the federal level, but again, for little or no cost.
We continue to review everything we did during these events. A number of the things that were done for the first time ever in Pennsylvania. A number of the things we did happen faster than they ever happened before in Pennsylvania. But in these events, for the people that suffered, nothing is fast enough. And so we will continue to review every single thing we've done, every action we've taken, to see where we can improve on the performance that we had. The thorny issue, and you both touched on it and discussed it, are the issue of the debris removal in the streams, where no one seems to have the responsibility or the funds to be able to deal with that issue.
One thing is that we need more trained local volunteers prior to the event throughout the area. We bring in our resources from all over the country to support. We brought in 1,800 volunteers we had on the ground here. That costs us time and that costs us money. We're in tight constraints like everyone else. And if we had trained volunteers here ready to respond, it would be saving in time and in money. We also need to strategically place our supplies in areas that we've assessed that have the greater needs.
We need to recruit volunteers, and there are lots of talents out there that have gone untapped that we somehow need to get them to become involved in their community in some way. The second thing is that it's great to have a volunteer, but it's better to have a trained volunteer, and maybe that's one of the focus things that the agency should look on, is to develop means to provide us with tools that we can, when we do our exercises, train people so that we're not doing it as the river is rising.
I was sitting here trying to think about all the different comments and so forth. What could come out of that? But I fear that in today's economy, the lack of available funds is a huge problem.
The hearing was hosted at Keystone College in LaPlume on Tuesday, November 29th at 9 a.m. This is Jackie Lucas reporting for TimesLater.com.